just wanted to put this in the beginning so that you know what you're getting into. There will be a few tears. Enjoy. Or don't. Or, I mean, watch it if you want. You do you. Hi. My bangs are not cooperating at all today. I wanted to give a little life update because I posted a little bit of one on the channel, just kind of a brief overview of what's been going on, but I felt like it might be better to just make a whole video about it. So here I am. So the last 2 weeks have been, or it hasn't even been 2 weeks, it's been 10 days, have been a little bit crazy. My husband lost his job, and we were a one-income family. And so now we are a zero-income family. There's been a bit of a mad dash, a scramble, if you will, to figure out like health insurance, to figure out like how are we going to survive on zero income. We're looking at numbers about like, okay, how much do we think my husband will get in unemployment, and how much can we get in food stamps and stuff like that, right? While all of this is happening, so my husband comes home about 2 or 3 in the afternoon to tell me, hey, I lost my job, they let me go, they sent me home. And then that night at about probably 7 or 8, I started feeling really unwell, and my daughter had been just like dripping snot the previous weekend, so I knew I had something. And so it's just been kind of like up and down for me the last entire 10 days of just like, I'm feeling better, I'm feeling worse, I'm feeling better, I'm feeling worse. I'm not nearly as congested as I was, not having to take NyQuil and stuff to sleep anymore, which is nice. But then 5 days ago, I broke out with a rash right here. It's still kind of there, and so I went to urgent care, and they told me that this could be the beginning of chickenpox. And since my insurance was just about to run out, they were like, okay, well, we'll send you some antivirals. We're not sure if it's chickenpox, but if you start getting these symptoms, which basically there were like more red spots on you that hurt to the touch, like sting, then you have chickenpox and you need to take these antivirals, because I'm pretty sure I've never had a vaccination for chickenpox, and in adulthood, that can kind of be terrible. But also the antivirals have like bad side effects too, so you don't really want to take those unless it's absolutely necessary. I don't know if you can see my face. We're healing, but and there was one right there. I did break out in chickenpox a couple days later. So I have chickenpox. And my husband lost his job 10 days ago. And I've just been sick the entire time that my husband has been unemployed. And then after we find out that it's one thing on top of another. After we find out that I have chickenpox, I was making, and still am kind of making, I wrote it, I filmed it, I started editing it, but it was a video about how to like keep well, and I broke out with chickenpox, so it felt a little bit hypocritical to be like, oh, here's how you keep well, meanwhile I have chickenpox. I am still going to post that video, but it just didn't seem right. I'm gonna give it just a little space by posting this video instead of that one. And yeah. Anyway, yesterday, my husband was going to go file for unemployment and get all that sorted, and someone stole his identity and was claiming his unemployment. And so the way that it works, I'm not sure if it works this way in every state, is they have to do an investigation, and they will not give you your unemployment until that investigation is complete. So we have no end date on when we might get unemployment. I have chickenpox. We have no income. And then also yesterday, before we found out that someone stole my husband's identity, I called my doctor because I had done a sleep test a couple months ago, and I had seen my doctor probably a month ago, and I was like, oh, did you get the sleep test results? And they're like, oh no, we should call the sleep center about that and go and see what they have. And So I called them yesterday thinking surely there was nothing or they would have called me. No, I have sleep apnea and I need a CPAP machine now. So, I have sleep apnea, which is like a lifelong thing. If you don't know what it is, you stop breathing in your sleep. It's kind of dangerous to have, but I don't have insurance. And here's the thing though, okay? I don't know if I can get on the state insurance because the way that my husband's last paycheck hit, I don't think we'll qualify until next month for the state insurance. But even if we do qualify for it, like if the unemployment stuff doesn't get sorted and then it does get sorted, like you have to know how much income you're bringing in. So I don't even know what number to put down for the state insurance. And CPAP machines are like $1,500, so there's no way I can just go buy one, even if I had a prescription, which I don't yet. I have to go to my doctor's office to talk to them about my results to get a prescription for a CPAP machine. And doctor's office visits, that's $100 or $200 on top of the CPAP machine, and probably some follow-ups, tests and stuff to see how severe my sleep apnea is, and to see if there's like any physical blockages in my, nasal area causing that. So it's kind of stressful. It's been a very stressful 2 weeks. It's been very, very nice to have my husband with me so much, and that has been lovely, but I've been feeling a little overwhelmed. And on top of all that, on Thursday, which today is Saturday, mother-in-law is so sweet. She was watching our baby for us, and so my husband and I got to go to a coffee shop and just enjoy each other for a little bit. During that time, we had a conversation, and my husband told me that he is no longer interested in having another kid, which is like earth-shatteringly devastating for me, which I mean, who knows what the future holds. Maybe we will someday have another, but at this point it's seeming like we won't. And that was like the second biggest thing in my world that I've been looking forward to. And this is just going to become a therapy session of a YouTube video. So it's been a lot for me, because also with him losing his job, it was right before our anniversary. And it's so silly because other people deal with so much more. But we were going to go to Broken Bow for our anniversary, and we didn't get to do that because my husband lost his job. And I don't know, I've been really looking forward to it, and we had plans too because we got tax return this year. We were going to use that to go to Portland. I've wanted to go to Portland for like 7 or 8 years. We were going to go for a honeymoon 6 years ago when we got married, but we ended up eloping. We always said, okay, we'll go another time. But we were going to use our tax return this year to finally go to Portland. And it's also silly, right? Because I'm okay. I'm fed, I'm clothed. My baby's clothed and fed. But I just had been, really looking forward to that too. But we're having to use our tax return to survive because my husband lost his job. And that's just life sometimes. But I just kind of feel like this week I've just, thing after thing that I've been looking forward to has kind of just evaporated, and I'm kind of running out of things to look forward to, but it's okay. I'll find new things to look forward to. It's been a week. It's been a week. That's my life update, and it's depressing, and I'm sorry. I do plan on making more of these in the future, but they probably won't all be this dramatic and depressing and whatever. It's kind of been the most, I would dare say, interesting week I've had in a couple of years. Which also is something to say, right? Because I've had a pretty calm few years, which is a blessing, and I am grateful for that. And I am grateful that I'm fed and clothed, and I will continue to be fed and clothed. And I don't know, life will be okay. And honestly, throughout all of these things happening, I really have been happy. I have been feeling so much joy, which has been surprising to me. I really did kind of expect, with all of these things happening back to back to back, that I mean, each time something bad has happened this last week, I'm like, oh boy, is my postpartum depression gonna rear its ugly head? And so far it hasn't. So far I have felt joy and happiness and fulfillment, and I've just been really enjoying the time with my family. So those are good things. Anyway, that's my life update, and thanks for watching.